A Kentucky family is blaming the state for gross neglect in the drowning death of their young son at a state park, but the state says they're not liable. Our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley, has been uncovering details for 2 years now of how the boy died at the park. And Jeremy, where does this lawsuit stand right now?
Well, Marius, it's already been thrown out by the State Claims Commission that ruled the state was not liable. But the family's attorney is now appealing, claiming that the state should pay for the boy's death. News 4 Investigates first uncovered what led up to Stephen Pierce's drowning during a flash flood at the waterfall on June 10, 2019. We found that the state knew their emergency plan to warn of impending floods at the park had been delayed, but opened the park anyway that day, even with a forecast of heavy rains. We also reported how the family says it was state policy that they were to leave state-owned flotation devices at the base of the waterfall before going back on the trails. It meant that Pierce was not wearing a flotation device when his father tried to carry him over flood waters. The boy's father says rangers told them to get back onto the trail, which meant going over the flood waters that ultimately swept both of them away. The family's attorney argues those are among the reasons why the state is liable. But the state argues this was a natural disaster and they are not liable by state law.
Such as failing to implement the warning system, failing to provide life jackets in a reasonable manner, opening the park that day and keeping it open despite the knowledge that rain was coming.
The landowner, the state, is not liable for the injuries caused by a force of nature.
All right, so if the family wins at the appellate court level, it then goes back to the State Claims Commission. If the family is successful there, the state might have to pay them up to $900,000. Now, this is also a case that potentially impacts all of us who go to a park for fun, whether it's a commercial park or a state park, and we're injured at that park. We will explain when our investigation continues tonight at 6. Marius?
Jeremy, thank you. And like Jeremy mentioned, News 4 Investigates has followed updates in this case for nearly 2 years now. We have them all posted on our website. You can read all the details that have led up to this lawsuit on WSMV.com.